Aquami, y'all, it's me, Gazi Kodzo, and I'm here with my comrade, Columbai and Danette. Say hello, Columbai. Uhuru.
I know you're expecting me to start shitting on him already, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. But the first thing I will say is I know the music's probably African tribal music because that's what you love, but it's distracting. It sounds like a bunch of wind chimes getting banged together, so maybe tone it down a little bit because it's really distracting hearing that when you're trying to talk.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All the way from Ferguson.
Yes, Missouri, St. Louis.
Ooh, ooh.
So you're whooping up locations in a state that you're not in a country that you supposedly hate, but yet you live in. Okay.
Okay, so black feminists are saying that they do not want to fight for Stephon Clark.
Citation needed.
Praise the Lord.
And the reason they don't want to fight for Stephon Clark is because they looked in his Twitter history, and in his Twitter history, he said things like, I'm not going to date no dark-skinned bitch. I only date exotic women. I'm not going to have a baby with a black woman. I'm a black already.
First things first. I'm hearing a lot of accusations, but seeing jack diddly in evidence. So, where's your source? Where's your proof? You got a source, you got proof. You don't got a source, you don't got a proof. Go fuck yourself.
I wanted to ask you, what do you feel? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about, marching or protesting for black men that are seen as problematic or anti-black women?
Why should anybody give two fucks about her opinion on the alleged preferences of an individual whom she is not even remotely connected to and whose preferences don't even impact her life? That would be like me going on CNN or Fox or somebody and saying, oh, I've got an opinion on who Tom Cruise is dating. Guess what? It doesn't impact my life, so nobody should give a shit what I think. Just like nobody should give a shit what you two idiots think.
We have to understand that the reason why he was murdered in the first place is because he was colonized. And the reason why he was calling a black woman a black bitch when his mother is black and, everything that comes from him, no matter who he had babies with, is black.
He was probably using the term black to denote the entire race and not just African Americans, because think about it. Not all black people are from Africa. Not all black people have been to Africa. I refuse to call someone an African American unless they A, politely request it, or B, have at least been to Africa. Because just going around and saying, oh, I'm not black, I'm African American, yet you're from Richmond, Virginia, having never been to Africa, is like me saying I'm an Irish American, even though my family does come from Belfast. I have never been to Ireland. He didn't want to date a black woman from America, from Canada, England, France, Italy, anywhere in Africa, Australia, anywhere. Not just Africans, fucking idiots.
You know what I'm saying? And his little Asian baby is black and dark complected.
Okay, first off, I got a question. Whenever she says black, does anybody else think she's about to throw up when she says she's black? Sounds like she's going to start upchucking. And secondly, like she said, Asian baby, so that would denote the biological mother was Asian. And if he was the biological father, therefore, the kid is biracial, not black.
And so we understand that this African is colonized.
So again, preferences in other races means you're colonized. It doesn't mean you have free will. Fucking idiots.
So everything that he know about himself, you know what I'm saying, is through his slave master.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you dense motherfucker.
He was never a slave, you dumb motherfucker. Slavery in America ended in the 1860s. No one in the United States of America that was born here has been a slave, nor has anyone that's alive today in America owned slaves. Sure, there are certain places around the world slavery's still a thing, and that's horrible. But America? Not one of them. He was not a slave. Neither of you were a slave. I have never owned slaves. Therefore, your argument is invalid. Go fuck yourselves.
African people gotta be free.
Then buy your dumbass a plane ticket, get to Africa, and free those people over there in Africa. Because last time I checked, the African people that have moved to the U.S. are free, and black people here are free. Everyone is free except prisoners. Therefore, you're fighting for nothing. You're wasting your time. You want to free African people? Go the fuck to Africa and fight to free the Africans from warlords, tribal warfare, and all of that.
Eventually.
And it's just so crazy. And if you don't know, I'm a punk, I'm a sissy. All these people that we fight for and protest for, from Sandra Bland to Mike Brown, I don't know what their stance was when it came to homosexuals, to transsexuals, but it doesn't matter. Because 99.9% of the time, unless you are an African internationalist, the ideas, your narratives, the way you see the world and speak about the world, it's been put on you by the bourgeoisie, by white power.
So if they were taught in Africa about homosexuality and transsexuals and all of that, they would all 100% be accepting? Yeah. Tell that to the people in Uganda, whose president in 2014 called homosexuals disgusting, and the anti-homosexuality bill of 2014 that originally called for homosexuals to be given the death penalty, but was substituted for life in prison. Yeah, they're really open, understanding, and loving. And now, where's Uganda at again? Oh, that's right, Africa. Irony.
The same white power that killed him is the same white power that manipulated him to say those things and think those things about black women, about black homosexuals. And if you are waiting to march or organize or fight for a perfect African, you'll never find the nigga. You'll never find the nigga, because a perfect African is a free African. And ain't none of us on this planet are free. Okay, ain't none of us. You niggas, if you saying you're not marching for anybody that got no contradictions, you wouldn't have marched for Malcolm X. You wouldn't have marched for Martin Luther King. You wouldn't have marched for Assata Shakur. You wouldn't have marched for none of them. And that is what the state does. That's what the CIA and FBI do. They go and they find dirt.
Seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
There's no such thing as you being an African man being an anti-African woman.
Right.
You anti-African.
Nowhere in your screeching allegations did I hear him say he was anti-black woman. He just had a preference for non-black women. Just because I prefer women of other races over white women doesn't mean I'm anti-white woman.
Because you can't say that negative things about I don't like dark skin, I don't like their nappy hair. What he look like when he looking in the mirror. So that's self-hate. That's the viewpoint of the colonizer that is put into him.
What?
We should fight harder when we find out that he had those things in his mind.
Because an innocent man being dead isn't important enough. It has to be something to further your cause. You look for anything to make it about your political agenda. You are scum.
We have to fight harder.
This is genocide, comrade.
Yes.
This is genocide.
Genocide? Bitch, you want to see a goddamn genocide? These are pictures from the actual fucking Holocaust. An actual fucking genocide. Don't you dare compare the cops killing one unarmed man to a genocide. Yes, police killing innocent people, that's a major problem, but it is not on the level of a fucking genocide, you stupid bitch. And this is where I end the video, because I am not putting up with another 10, however many more minutes of their bullshit. If you want to see the rest of it, the link, as always, is in the description down below. Have fun.